Hey, I'm right back with another video. It's May 2nd. It's 3:01 p.m. It's Saturday afternoon, and I'm just kind of relaxing before I start making my dinner in a few hours or so. So I wanted to make this video, and this video is for nosy gossipers. I went out today, and when I got up this morning, I kept thinking, okay, all my pants are dirty. They're in the hamper. They need to be washed. Okay, I only have two pairs of jeans. Okay, one has a hole in them and needs to get repaired. And I kept thinking the other one's in the hamper. And I kept thinking, well, you know what? I'm going to wear a dress today. And I kept thinking, if people start gossiping and talking about it, it's a laundry issue. But do keep in mind, it's really none of your business anyway. So get out my ass. All right. So anyway, because some people just can get really ridiculous, you know. So now that I understand that people like were looking at me, I didn't encounter any weird things today. I didn't. Okay, and I haven't in a long time. Every once in a while, you know, I'll get somebody to make a comment, like, you know, but that's rare. But I don't really deal with a lot of people anymore anyway, so it's kind of like, you know, I just kind of go about my business. But I am aware that, you know, there have been issues in the past with people trying to speculate, like, what is she doing? What does that mean? It doesn't mean anything, okay? It doesn't mean anything. I do pick my colors for the day for certain reasons, you know, I do that. I do that. There's actually apps now where people can pick their color for the day. This is just something a lot of people do. But, you know, I prefer wearing pants or shorts, you know, during this time of the year. But I wore a dress today, so I know people are going to be gossiping and talking. It doesn't mean anything, okay? It means absolutely nothing. And even if it did, really, it's really no one's business. So anyway, there's a lot going on right now. I'm really working on my mental issues. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy, but I'm just like working on dealing with, you know, putting things in perspective and moving on with my life, and as much as I possibly can. It's been very hard, you know, but it's just what do you call it, a day-to-day process. You know, I know things are getting very strange now with the COVID virus thing. Some states are reopening. I don't know. And then I've heard talks about California. You know, the medical industry. There's some people in Los Angeles that are losing their jobs, which you would think is very strange because that's supposed to be one of the most secure type positions that you could have. But there's a lot of strange things going on right now that I can't quite explain. And really, I'm just kind of going with the flow. I mean, what else can you do? But it's a beautiful day outside. I wanted to spend more time out today. Unfortunately, the only thing I could do was get in my car and kind of zip around a little bit, which, you know, I did deal with some nervous issues behind the wheel. Okay, I did deal with some nervous issues, but I didn't really go very far. Now, it's usually like when I go like long distances or for whatever, I'll start thinking or having the flashbacks or whatever, or if I'm going over like an overpass or something. I don't know, maybe there's some sort of connection. I know that I was really stressed out when I was working out there in Chatsworth many years. That's when it started happening. Like, a lot of the strange anxiety attacks would happen. But I'm kind of getting it together because I can't, you know, be afraid to do everyday things. You know, I just have to pull myself out of it as much as I possibly can. So, yeah, I'm dealing with that. And then also I'm dealing with, you know, just trying to figure out, you know, how am I going to make a living? How's all this stuff going to get straightened out? You know, this is, you know, but then it's like in the back of my mind, I keep thinking, you know what, I'm just, whatever. I'm just, take it, you know, each day as it comes. And that's because that's all you can do. You can't, you know, make things happen. You know, you have to just deal with things the way they are. And then, unfortunately, you know, this is, I do think about, you know, how unjust certain things are in this world. Like, you know, how something could affect a person for many, many years, okay? And then you wait to find, I don't ever expect 100% justice, okay? Meaning, like, you know, what really should have happened is, we obviously know what should have happened. Like, I should have sued these people and I wouldn't be in this situation. But, you know, I do believe that I don't ever, like I said, I don't ever believe I'm ever going to get a just settlement or anything like that from this. But this is one of those lessons that people should understand, like, why don't ever, if you can avoid mixing work and so-called friendships or I never ever get involved with like weird people who like marriage issues. Try very hard to keep that separate, okay? Or talk about those things before you get married, um, because they are might be on one page and you might be on a completely another. But like I said, Maria's divorced, I'm divorced. I don't have anything to do with these people, okay? But still, and I'm not trying to cut them down. I'm just really don't want to think about these people anymore. But I'm just saying it's just like, this is very unfortunate for people who get in this situation, and it is definitely something that a lot of women can relate to, because I've seen some posts on Facebook about other women talking about this issue, and of course, it is a minority issue. I mean, it's also a race issue as well, religion, all this other stuff. But it's one of those issues that really need to be thought about and really focused on, and hopefully one day resolved to where, these things become regular, everyday administrative functions, to where people don't get caught up in the net of human trafficking. That's my hope anyway. I don't know, like I said, I know the world's a piece of shit, but, you can only hope, right? So, beautiful, beautiful day today. I wanted to go to the park today, but my clothes are dirty, and I really don't know. See, I have to do laundry for not just myself, I do it for my son as well. So I need to make sure I have enough quarters. I don't think I do, so I got to take care of that issue tomorrow. But it's, I'm just kind of going one day at a time, and it gets really boring, which I'm sure a lot of people can relate to now with the social distancing and these orders to stay at home, only going out when you absolutely have to. Or you can go out for walks, okay? They allow you to go out for walks, at least for now, so if you need to get out of the house, that's a good thing to do. But for the most part, when you're expected to be in your home all the time, that's playing on a lot of people's minds. It's like it becomes really burdensome. There's a few states that have already protested this issue of the stay-at-home order. Some people find it really oppressive. They feel as though unless they're sick, there's no need to be quarantined. I don't know about this issue. I try to take as much precautions as I can. I do wear gloves when I go out. All my face masks are dirty right now, so it's like I just kind of, took my chances today. But, I don't know. Some people think it's a conspiracy. Some people think it's, it's a legitimate illness. Some people think it's created by the government. Some people think, who knows? I have no idea, okay? I just know that this is one of these issues that is affecting not just this country, but other countries. And it seems like, people are losing their mind. It's kind of funny seeing all these people trying to return their toilet paper, isn't it? It's like some people bought thousands of dollars of toilet paper. But the good thing about it is it's going to last them a long time. Okay, they can't take it back, but at least they know they don't. That's one less thing they have to get on their item list when they go out to the grocery store or whatever. It's kind of funny, actually. But anyway, I wanted to make this video. My mood has been okay. I do go through these down phases, where, I'm feeling okay, and then all of a sudden it hits me where it's like, I'm sitting here on my bed, and I start thinking, why I'm sitting on my bed, why I'm not doing anything, why everything is boring, then it just starts to really fall on me. So I try to do different things. Like I said, I'll go and take my computer into a different room. Sometimes I'll pedal around with little things that I have, just try to keep myself busy. I don't know what other people are doing right now to keep themselves entertained. I've been in these situations a lot. Okay, these people have put me out of work through different periods of time, 2017, they ended up terminating my assignment, and then that was and then I didn't actually get back to work till maybe almost 6 months later. Okay, and for all that time I was basically stuck in the house. I did go for walks and stuff like that to get out of the house. Of course, I went to the 99-cent store, the regular type places that people go who to get out. Most people do that, right? But still, it was very similar to what it is now, except for I had strict orders. Okay, I mean, now I have strict orders by the government and everyone to stay in the house, right? But at that time, it was the only thing I had to do is I either did arts and crafts or I did sewing. I know there's a lot of people who are picking up sewing now again. For people who had their sewing machines in their closet for a long period of time, they're dragging them out. They're making masks now. Some people are picking up painting. They're doing all kinds of do-it-yourself type things some people are finding that they're, falling back into or taking up old hobbies that they were passionate about at one time, which is good, but once all of that is done, here comes the crash. Here comes the realization that your day's not going to get any better than that little ornament that you made or whatever. So it can get pretty dreary at times, So, I know that some people have actually posted, well, they've been doing this for a long time, but some people post Facebook Live videos, which I think are a great idea. It's the next best thing to having human social interaction. As I go out in the town, and I do see that people are walking around talking. Some people are abiding or following this social distancing rule a little bit better than others, because I see some people still walking a little bit closer. When I'm in like a constricted area or whatever, it's hard. It's I'm not used to, because I don't go to the store like all the time. I mean, I really don't. I mean, it's like I don't do it regularly now. So I'm still not used to this whole social distancing. I'll notice now that there's certain lines on certain aisles going this way and then some going that way, or depending on what store you're in. Some people have like these spaces in the lines and stuff, and it's very confusing for somebody who's not used to this sort of thing. It's like, wait, you get confused, and so you start walking ahead, and the next thing you know, you're walking past someone, and you're too close to, you don't realize it. It's like, okay, I got to get used to social distancing. So I prefer kind of not really, it's not just, even though I've dealt with, since I've dealt with the perping and the gang stalking issue, that has made me kind of want to be around, not really be around people. But now it's almost awkward, not because of the gang stalking, but it's because, we're required to have this sort of distance that we didn't have before. So like when you meet people, there's no more of this, which I'm used to that. I'm used to shaking hands, because that's a normal. It's like, just a normal thing. It's the way you greet people or whatever. But things are different, So I was talking to this person, I think it was a week ago. They were in the park. There's a bunch of people, and they were in the park. And I was riding my bike, and we started talking. And he started telling me that, maybe there's like, one of the guys in the group was saying that there should be like new ways of greeting people, right? And I kept thinking, the funny part was I was thinking the same thing before I had left the house to get on my bike and go to the park. And I was thinking that, and I kept thinking, isn't that funny that people have all this time in their hands to think about such ridiculous things, But I guess his idea was like to kind of just kind of go like this, bump knuckles, but not actually touch them. I kept thinking, well, this is not bad, that Spock thing. I was just being dumb, but I really don't know. I think this is fine, just kind of like, hey, how are you? Whatever, if that's even necessary. But, yeah, the social distancing is kind of getting down. It's getting a lot of people down. There was actually a person, I think I saw a Facebook post about some kid, or he wasn't really a kid, he was more like a middle-aged guy. I guess he got depressed because of the social isolation, and I expect a lot of suicides, actually, if this doesn't let up soon, because there's a lot of people who, unlike myself, who've dealt with isolation for long periods of time. For a lot of people, this is going to be too much for them. It's hard on people. It really is. It's a bad thing to do to a person. Very bad thing to do to a person. I understand they're doing it to protect people and everything, whatever. But putting someone in isolation is a very has a negative impact on a person's life. There's all kinds of what do you call it? Experiments that they've done on people who've been in isolation. It's not good. So you can tell these people weren't my friends. Okay, they really weren't my friends. Anyway, so I am maybe take a nap or something before dinner, because I really don't. I'm tired of looking at YouTube videos. Okay, I'm tired of them. I feel like I've seen movies and they pretty much have the same plot. I'm burnt out on that. I've been flipping through different music stations just to hear different tones, because you don't want to hear the same thing all over and over and over again. You got to have something different, but still, I realize I'm in the same house, same space, and it starts to it's just really dull. So I'm sure everyone can relate to what I'm saying. So anyway, I'm going to wrap up this video. I hope all TIs stay safe, and I'll be back with another video some other time later. Take care.